Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. And are you all guessing where I was yesterday? I've changed my days. So my new schedule is going to be Tuesday, Thursday and Friday. So yeah, Tuesday, Thursday and Friday. And maybe a bonus at the weekend. But that all depends on how I feel. But today we're going to be doing like, do I want to jinx it? Like a little mini series, but don't tell YouTube it's a mini series because it's not really. So shh. Don't let my secrets out. Yeah. So, you know, at Christmas, I absolutely adored that Christmas pad. So I got a message on Instagram. I'm so sorry. I cannot remember who sent me it. And they said that they showed me there was a new pad out. Look at this. Look at this. From the works. From the works it is. So I went straight on the works and I ordered it. So thank you very much. Look at this. To the person that messaged me and let me know that this gorgeous pad was out. I think you get 3 of each from what I can tell, but isn't it stunning? Oh, look. Oh, delicious. And it's by Make and Create. You can't get this in the US, I'm afraid. This is available at The Works in the UK. It's a bookstore that also sells like little crafty bits as well. You might be able to, if you have a look on eBay, you might be able to. If you just like search Make and Create, there might be someone in the UK that does ship to the US. I don't know, but yeah, have a look on eBay and it might be on there. So we're going to play with this. I also, while I was in there, I got this little crate, which it was only £2. I wanted more than one because I had kind of like an idea of things that I wanted to do, but there was, unfortunately. 2-pack Toni did not exist on that day. Keep the tag, by the way, because look at the shape of that. Isn't it cool? Yeah, 2-pack Toni did not exist the day I went to the works. So we've got one and we've got these. So this is what we're going to play with. We're going to fill it with loads of yummy goodies is what we're going to do. And we're going to use this paper pad. You don't have to have that paper pad. You can literally use anything you like. But first off, what I want to do is, because we've still got this, the water that we used the other day, I just want to go round this and kind of stain it so that it's not wood colour. I need a piece of scrap paper. And I can't find any. Can you believe it? I can't find any. I've got a piece of craft cardstock because if it gets grungy, then yay. Right, and I'm just going to go over it with the watered down Payne's Grey paint. Just to sort of like, so it just doesn't look like the natural wood. I mean, look at that already. Doesn't that just look so cool? Let's get a little bit in the little widgets there. Going to leave some splotches so it's darker in places than it is in the other, and then I'm just going to dry it. There we go. It's not completely dry, but if you look at the difference, so I'm going to go round the whole thing because we are going to cover it. I have got a big pile of all these, and I have shown these in my videos before. We've got some wood ones and stuff like that. So we're going to cover the strips in just some like embossed paper, paper. And then maybe one in the middle is going to be like the paper pack that I just shown. So I'm going to do this and then I'll be back. Oh, look at that. I went over it a couple of times because I wanted a bit of a deeper colour. And there is some glue on bits of it, but I really am not fussed. I do not mind that at all. It's not completely dry. As you can see, it's still dark in some spaces. Like this bit's not completely dry. But, I mean, and then look, we've got that. We've got just a gorgeous, gorgeous bit to play with. So now I want to go over. I'm going back to me vintage photo era. And I'm going to do archival because I want it to be permanent. And I'm just going to go around the edge because inking is not just for paper. Look at that. Isn't that, look, oh, it's just delicious. Oh, da-da. I mean, I'm not saying it will be like the best thing to do with your daubers, but this one's pretty old anyway, so. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at the grunge. The grunge. Oh, look at that. Yes, I just love doing stuff like this. We're going very mixed media today. Let's just, oh, look, when you just go, just rub it along the bottom with the vintage photo. You change the colour as well, look. You could even do that. I wonder if that will... See, I don't mind the bit where the glue is because it just kind of makes it look aged. And do you know what else I'm wondering? Do you know what I'm wondering? Can you guess what I'm wondering? I'm wondering if... Look. And this would not be good for your sander. So if you've got an old piece of sanding paper, definitely use that. But then look what we've got. Like a little bit of woodworking class. And then just do the corners. Because obviously you've got the wood underneath. And look at that. Oh, I love it. Don't go too hard though, because you do what I did and you'll change the shape. Not that it matters, because it will just look like it's been battered about, which is kind of the look we go for, isn't it? The old aged look, where it's like been stuck in an attic somewhere or in an office, a derelict office. And then let's just go round. I'm just kind of going around all the edges, and then I'm going to get a bit of tissue. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to get a bit of tissue and just wipe all the flecks off, and then look at that. I mean, just on its own, look at that. You could put your ephemera in it. Isn't it just delicious? Oh, it's gorgeous. Right, so let's have a look and see, because we could put something like that on the bottom, but I like that one. We need to pick a bit. Oh, I do like the numbers. I'm wondering, oh, but I don't want to cover the whole thing, because wow, I just don't. Should we see if it rips? And we could kind of just put like a little bit on the side like that, just as a bit of interest with the wood in the background. Do I dare cut it with my scissors? Can I cut a straight line? I mean, it's not a problem because we can sand it off, and we do want to. There's a little bit too much white paper on there, and I think it needs a little bit more off. Where's my mini trimmer? Honestly, I think there's teeny weeny little elves that come out in the night and touch my stuff. This one, let's just line it up with so it's straight, and then hopefully Yeah, that's how we want it, even though that bit's not straight. Oh, look at that. But then if I get my, because distressing is the ultimate wonky line hider. I think that's why I like doing it. And then we can just glue that on there like that. And then if we, let's just, I don't know why I'm moving that out of the way, I need it. If we just glue with a little border, come on, around the edge, not the inside edge, that doesn't matter, but just a little border. I probably should have used Fabri-Tac, because you can use that. Oh, you can use that on wood, but it should be all right because it is only paper. And then hold that down. And then if I get like, I've got like a little stick here that I use for things, we could just kind of manipulate the paper. Like, can you tell that's just gone a little bit like wonky? And then just like so. You could even, let's just, if we get our little snippets and just snip, then we could roll it over just like that. Oh, look at that. Doesn't that just look so cool? And then we've got a right rugged bit. Oh, that just looks, I mean, it even goes, the colour of this goes. Right, let's put a bit on this side as well. And we've got this little bit left. And I'm thinking I want to go the other way like that, because I don't want it to be like matchy. Let's take just a slither, make sure it's on the line so it's straight, a slither of that off. And then, because that goes that way, and then this can go, I'm not even bothered that they're the numbers are the wrong way round. Let's just cut that little piece of overhang tissue paper off. Oh, look at that. Just so cool. You don't very often get to do things like this when you're junk journaling. But if you can manage to convert something like this into the craft that you love doing, isn't that just awesome to do? Let's crumple that up so that fits. And then that's it. Got a bit of glue there. Let's get that off. Not that it matters, because it will only match the glue on the inside anyway. And then just go around the edge. Oh, don't move. Don't move. There we go. And then do what we did on the other side and just let's see if we can, okay, yes we can. See if we can get it past that little dent there, but still rough it up. And you're better off doing this when you've literally just put the glue on, because you can really, did you see what I did there? When, look, can you see that, pushing that in there? And then press it down. And then you can proper, because the glue sort of like makes the paper moldable. And then we've got that side. Oh, then just look at that. Look at that. Isn't that, doesn't it just look so cool already? Right, so I think I want to stay in the same kind of colour theme with these. So these are done by Tim Holtz's embossing folders. Belle from Bellaboo Creations has got a really, I'll link it down below, has got a really good tutorial on how she makes these. And she makes these with basically some embossed paper, tea bags or tissue paper, and some like Mod Podge and stuff like that. Honestly, it's such a good tutorial. Now, could we cut one of these lines of, oh, could we? I think we could. And I'm going to cut it with my scissors because, like I said, I'm really not bothered. Right, so let's get 4. Because then... And then it could look like... Do we like that on there? Or do we want to cut these out and put... Oh, do you know what we could? Let me... Where's the 2? Let me cut one and have an experiment. And then give it a little va-va-voom. Oh, that's a bit of a big bit to va-va-voom. So, and then we could just put like that. Oh, that does look pretty cool. That does look, and we could even put glossy accents over it if we wanted to, and maybe a little bit of like luster wax or something, just to give it like a little bit of a shine. What do we think? Should we use those, or do we put one on here, up in this corner, and then up in that corner as well? Or do we use the real thing? These dies, I did it in my last video, these dies are like just literally waiting to go. I'm pretty sure this is the box that I've got. Yeah, the ones with the screw heads on. Do we want to use, let's just open one up for now and check. I don't know, you know. I don't know if I like it. Plus, I don't know how many I've got of the same colour. I do like that one. Or I could just use the teeny weeny ones. Do you know what I need? I need some of those nails. I wonder if I've got any of Tim Holtz's. And then get me old... I don't know where my other box like this is. It's got all my other bits of ephemera in it. Aha! No, that's not it. Oh. I don't know, you see, because I do... Where's it gone? There it is. I do like this. I do like that. And like I said, we could go over it with glossy. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use this. Let's put one here. And then, oh, it looks so good already. You can tell I haven't cut out for ages. I mean, these scissors, they normally ace the game. But, whew, it's been a while since I've fussy cut anything out. I mean, look at that for a dodgy circle, look. Let's just bend that bit. And then put this down there. And then look at that. How cool does that look? It does need, maybe, where's my, I've got my Stabilo All pencil. So I'm thinking if I just highlight the middle and then, drag down a bit around the edge, get a thin, if I can find one. Right, so I've got a real thin, and I'm just going to go into this. No, in fact, do you know what? I'm not going to do the blue. I've got some water somewhere. My bottle's empty, but I've got the tiniest of splodges. So I'm just going to lightly highlight round. And then it kind of gives it, look at that, gives it like a shadow. Oh, I've just lost a load more water. Let's tip that back in there because we'll use that on the other side. I'm terrible for filling up my water. But look at that, doesn't that just look so cool? And obviously that's going to dry lighter. Right, so now I just went over it with a little bit of my gold luster wax by Sizex, and it is just called gold. And look, can you see how it just highlights? And I did a bit over the numbers. This stuff smells amazing. But look at that, look. And you could even just use what you've got left on your finger. And then look at that. Already, that just looks so, so cool. Right, so let's do the other side. I don't know. Do you know what? I think I might want like a label sticking out of it. I need a wet one. I need to get out all my old, all the stuff that's non-seasonal because I don't know where it's gone. But I did just see this and this and these two don't disappear. So I'm thinking, I'm hoping this little one is like a beigey colour as well. Oh, but no, that would be cool. So these are the Tim Holtz Curator snippets. I don't know where my big tub's gone. I did have a massive tub, but yeah, this is why I seriously need to still put some of the Christmas stuff away because I've still only done 80% of it. And then once that's away, I can get all my everyday stuff out. Right, let's just put these here. Bit of inkage, and then let's do some auditioning. See, I'm just wondering if I might want to cut a little bit off the bottom, but keep that because we can use that somewhere else. And then just, yeah. That there, like so, and then put a bit of Mick glue there. You're wonky. There we go. Where's that one gone? And then I'm thinking, doing a little bit of a, like a cluster. I need a new sander now. I've just gone over that. Oh no, it's not too bad. All right, so I'm just gonna break up the paper fibres. And then let's just lay that on there. Like so. And we could even, oh, look at that. Look what we've done. We've made it look like it's been, look at that. Oh, yes. And then we could just do what we did with the other bit and just lift up the edges, and then look at that. Oh, it just looks like it's always been there. Right, where's the, there they are. Now these ones seem to be a little bit more prominent, so that's good. So we'll use these two. Just cut these out. We're going to put you there. Oh, it just looks so cool. You think it was £2, and these little wooden crates, you don't have to get a crate. They also do like little treasure boxes. I've got one of those as well. But yeah, you'll get these in like your dollar store, your pound store, euro store, anything like that. Look at that. It just looks awesome. I know it was because I was sat there yesterday and I was like, what should I do? I was going to do masterboards because I found my pack of file folders. I don't know if you remember, quite a while ago, I think it was last summer, I'd lost a whole box of manila, excuse me, manila file folders. I was wounded. Well, I did find those when I was tidying up, so winning. Take the glue off, and then look at that. So we need to, do we need something? I do think we need something on this side as well, don't we? A smidgen off, and I don't think, we might just get enough up to glue it under. Yep. And we can always crease it, manipulate it. Love it. Let's put some glue back down on there. Oh, look at that. Look. Isn't it just cool? And then we need some, let's just put this a bit around the bottom. We could also just kind of highlight. We'll do this on the other side as well. Highlight some around there so that looks looks like it's got a bit of a shadow. Let me mop up this water that I spill. So just go in dragging the pencil down so it gives you a bit of a shadow. And then do the same here. And the good thing about the Stabilo oil pencils is you can just keep, can you see that? Look, you can just keep diluting them. So if it's too much, just go back in with some more water and just pull it like that. Just pull it away again. And then you've got that. Now let's dry that. There you go. Can you see that? You've just got like a kind of a really cool outline. Right, now let's put that, and then I'm using my little finger because otherwise it gets stuck in my nail. Just going lightly over those, and then I need some like cotton buds, like Q-tips. Look, I've got all gold. Let's try this finger. So, and then just whatever you've got left. Go around the edge. Oh, I could just do stuff like this all day long, literally. I mean, look at that. And then look at that. Isn't it just stunning? That was a little bit too much, I'm not gonna lie. Get a little bit more gold and just go round. And you can always go backwards and forwards. Because I know you're probably sitting there and thinking, Toni, you've just literally gone around it with gold. But it's all about layers and textures. You can still see the gold, even though I've sanded some of it off. And it just makes it look even more worn. I mean, look at that. Isn't that just the coolest? Right, so now, what are we going to do on the front? I was thinking washi tape, and then I was like, really? Not very exciting, is it? And I don't actually know what washi tape. I've got this, all my favourites. Look what I've got left of the Heidi swaps. I hope she brings this out again. Oh, but now I think I want it. Oh, now I think I want it. I do want it. Where's my tissue gone? Oh, look at that. It does look so cool. Let's just get that sneaky little bit off. Oh, look at it. And the way that the reason why I sand my washi tape, one is because I learned it from Heidi Swap, and Heidi Swap is the queen. But it blends it in. Can you see that? One, it kind of adheres it to it more by sanding it and pushing it into the surface. But then it just gives it that lovely worn look. And then when you sand around the edge, it makes it look like it's part of it. Right, so let's do the same on this side. And I didn't even need to put any glue down. So we had a little bit left at the top. Is that straight? And then let's just... And we're going to fill this with tags and file folders and labels and all sorts of gloominess. Now, the bottom one, I do feel better now I've used washi tape. I can't go a video without using my washi tape. Right, let's move these little curator snippets out of the way so they don't get ruined. Right, I'm just going to quickly go round the edge again. Look at that. You see where I've just daubed it, look, in places. But it just makes it look even more worn. Oh, it's delicious. I do love it when a plan comes together. Right, so I have pulled out some and I just want to see, I don't know if I want the leather look or if I want that look. Or do you know what? I think I'm just going to use this. That's what I think I'm going to do. Just use this bit of scrap. I mean, excuse me, I could even double it up. Like, even if there's a join, just put another bit because it will just make it look more effective. So yeah, I'm going to use my scraps. I'm not going to cut up another piece. So let's just straighten this bit out. And the edge. And then let's work out how much we need. There we go. It's actually just under 3/4 of an inch. So let's cut another bit for the other side. That looks a bit thicker than that one. That's because you had it at 1 inch, Tone. Yeah, nana. Right, so before, keep these little scrappy bits as well. So before I stick it down, I'm just gonna go over the screws with my Stabilo awl, just to give them a bit of depth, because it will be easier to do before I stick it down. Where's my little paintbrush gone? Again, oh, I went too far. Just spreading it around. Like so, look at that. Oh, looks so cool. Right, so let's stick these down. Shall I use Fabri-Tac? Because it does say, I mean, it's all right for the, mind you, these have stayed on. Yeah, no, let's carry on with Barely Arts. This looks wonky to me, but we're going to screw it up anyway, so. You know when you just put something down and then straight away you're just like, yes. Yes, 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 yes. And then we could just scrape all those. And I'm even, because I want the join to be there, so I am even going to scrunch up the edge. And I don't mind, see where that went in a little bit? I don't mind if that bit, I wonder how that bit would look. I don't mind if that bit of wood shows. If, like, see that little bit of wood there? That doesn't bother me. Should we do it with the screws going along the bottom? That stuff, we need to cut this overhanging tissue paper off. And then we need to make that, because you can't have half a screw hanging off. Even though I think we're going to have half a screw hanging off this end. What do we think? No. Do you know what? After all that, I don't like it. However, I do like that. Now let's get that bit. Where's my little trimmer gone? Whoops. Let's just make sure that that bit is straight, and then just 3/4 of an inch, or just a little bit under, and let's do the piece for the other side, and then they're all cut. Perfect. Love it. And like I said, let's put those two together. Or do we want, no, because yeah, that's what we want, that way around. Yeah, keep all your little bits and pieces. I've got a little scrap pile over here. I mean, these bits don't, because you're not gonna do anything with them. And keep the screws as well, because you could use them on another project. I've got a little dustbin, look, on my table. Look at my little dustbin with my little lid. I love it. It's the little things that keep me happy. Right, so I am just gonna rugged the edges. There we go. And then if we just pull that bit in as well, push it down so it just looks like it's been torn. And then look at that. Doesn't that just look so cool? And I think, so if we turn it over, the screws are this side, so let's put the screws this side on this bit. Give it a little bit of a distress. And then I think what else we'll do today, if I can get my words out, is we'll make all the bits, because I do want to use the file folders that I found. Because it would be rude not to, as it's taken me so long to find them. So if we make all the blanks to go in there, and then because it's Tuesday today, so then Thursday and Friday we can decorate the stuff. Let's glue that on there. My measurements were a bit off, but that's okay. Let's just, there we go. Make it look a bit like it's been ripped. Where's my sander? If we get it while it's still a bit wet. Like that, look at that. The only thing is you can't really see the drawing, can you? Which is not a bad thing. Look at that. Oh! And that bit's ripped there, look, but I do not care. I am not bothered. And then if we just go in there a little bit. And we can kind of, you see how I've made that look like a bit of a dent? Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. And that is the box done. What do we think? How cool does that look? Oh, with a few scraps. I might, because I do still have these two. And that one's, this one's wet. Right, so I've just stuck the little 24 on there, give it a bit of a grunge. And then I've put the long one on this side as well. So look at that. Who'd have thought it just started out as just a little crate? And then with a few bits of paper, some washi tape and some glue, look what we've transformed it into. Oh, I love it. Right, so now I'm going to have a little bit of a tidy up, and then let's make what we're going to put inside it. So this is the box. Oh, look, I'm covered in sand from the sanding. This is the box of the file folders that I lost. Look at these. How cool are they? So we're going to be doing some stuff because they go perfectly. So these, I'm just going to take out a few. These are like the bases. I will link these in my Amazon. I don't know what the price will be now because it was quite a while ago. And we all know that when something starts getting brought off Amazon, Amazon likes to put up the price. So as soon as they find out, oh, this is popular, let's add £20 to it. And I've also got some of Heidi Swap's. This was last year, I believe, Valentine's collection, I believe. But I think there's an aged one in here. I'm not going to use the pink. I'm going to save the plastic. I'm not going to use the pink, but I'm hoping. See, there's that one. And there's some red. Right, no. I mean, that does look cool, but no. Right, so I've also got one of her tag books, the ledger book, but it's also got the aged ones in it, look. I'm hoping it's got both aged, but I don't think it has. I think it's just got white. Because she does a lighter coloured one and a darker coloured one. But this is fine, because this will fit in there as well. And then we've got these are the envelopes. So we've got the aged, got the white, or we've got the ledger. We're going to use one of the aged is what we're going to do. So let me just put that up there. So we've got the tag, and the tag measures 3.5 by 5. So 3.5 by 5, and the envelope, the actual square part of the envelope, is 5.5 by 3 3/4. So I'm hoping, let's just fold it. Get the glue off. I'm hoping this is going to fit. Ah, no, but that's fine, because we could just not do, we could have it sideways. And then, where's my sander? Because that's going to annoy me. I'm just going to do this now. I'm not decorating now, but just want to put that on there, because I do want it to sort of like all look the same, or be cohesive. Yeah, let's give that a bit of a sand. Perfect. And let's glue this bit down. And then we can have this like a pocket. Let's take one of these apart. They are the Falcon ones again, which is a German company. But if you look properly on Amazon, if you just search Falcon, you will come across some quite reasonably priced file folders. Let's just use my spatula to get these. Oh, where did you go? Put that in a little bin. And then we've got these eyelets here. Look, this middle bit. We're just going to have to rip it like that. And then take this out. And then you can either use this like this, or you can take this off. Like so. Put it back. Oh, I hate the sound of metal shaving on metal. Makes my teeth itch. Put that like that. Put that away. And then you've got a closure for another journal. So I'm just going to put that in there. We've also got a bit of scrap. Let's put it in my scrap pile. And then we've got this really cool file folder. And get out me ruler and one's knife. Where has that gone? I found it. I was using it to rip up boxes, but I have found it. So I'm going to cut off this bit. I could get my trimmer out, but I can't be bothered, even though I just spent about 10 minutes looking for my knife. And then I'm going to cut this down this line here. That was wonky. But that's fine. I'm going to keep this because you never know. Let me put my spatula back. And then with this, let's work out one's measurements. Just take these out for a minute. So from the inside of the box to the other side of the box, it's 4 1/4 and 2 lines. So if I do everything at between 4 and 4 1/4, it's gonna fit, which is perfect. So I'm just gonna get my, I'm hoping this will fit, yeah. Just, no, it doesn't. Ah, I wonder if the side I cut wonky does. Do you know what? After all that, I've got to get me big trimmer out anyway. Right, so I guess while we're here, we might as well make sure this is straight. There we go. Right, so we want, what did I say, 4 1/4. So let's do the file folder. I'm just doing it just a little bit over the line. And then how big do we want it? So the height of this little box is, let's say 2 1/2. So if we go 3 1/2, like an inch sticking out. How far do these stick out? Yeah, I think, so 3 1/2, that makes 7. So let's just do it 8. And then we're just gonna, yep. I'm not even gonna measure. I'm covered in bits of washi tape. So this is gonna be our file folder. And then where's my little corner rounder? See what I mean? Everything is everywhere. I found the one I don't like. I'm wondering if that is the same as that. And then maybe let's go up one, to be honest. Because these were already pre-rounded on this side, but I don't like it because it's got, you see, like it's kind of rounded, but it's kind of straightened. And then, so we've got that. We've got our file folder. We've got our envelope. Like that. What else? Let's do, oh, let's use this. Actually, what size is this? It's a little bit too wide, but I was thinking of like a library pocket. I've had to get my big trimmer out again. Right, so I'm thinking a library pocket. We do need to take some off of here. So let's do this one 4 1/4. So they're all different widths and heights and stuff, because you know what I'm like, I love doing that. And then I'm thinking if we do, should we do 8 or should we do 9? Right, let's do 9 first, and then let's do this at 3. Just kind of lightly. I think this is going to be too tall. So maybe let's do 8. we do 8, yeah, let's do 8. No, we're not gonna. We're gonna leave it at that because I want that to stick out the top. I just have to remember that the ones in front have to be smaller now because we've done all the big ones. Oh, just threw me pin. And we also need to remember we don't need to do too much because obviously once we decorate these and we've got our ephemera on them and stuff, then they're gonna look even more. See, I hate this hole punch. Not hole punch, corner rounder. It's so annoying. But so we've got the library card holder, the envelope, the file folder, and the tag. So that's 4 items. Maybe we could just do just a card. Tuck that in there. Maybe we need that a little bit smaller. So what have we got a minute? We've got 4, so maybe if we do it in between, let's do see what 3.5 looks like, and then that can, yeah, because I kind of want it to like all look kind of staggered. Don't fall for the slats. It won't do that once it's got the ephemera on it. And if you do worry, then just lay something on the bottom of it, like a bit of cardstock or something like that. What else could we do? I really want to use this because it's just so cool. So if we cut a bit off at 2, we could put that way. What did we do that one at? That one was at 3, wasn't it? So should we have that? Could have that there like that, that ticket there like that. I'm gonna have to put a bit of card along the bottom. It's gonna annoy me. And then let me get my triangle. So we've got a label there. And then I don't know whether to have like a big journaling card at the back. I do like that. I'm going to use my big corner rounder, but I'm going to use the smallest one and keep those 2. Oh, I should have done it the other way. Right, that's okay. We'll do both. We'll do all corners. And then we've got our little bits and pieces. Let me put those away. Right, so now I'm just going to put a piece of card along the bottom, like so, just so the bits don't, I mean, when the stuff's in it, you're not going to see it, but it just stops it from all falling out the bottom. And then we've got our little book plate, our little tag, a little label. We've got another little tag, a file folder, a tag, an envelope, a library pocket, and a journaling card. And once all these are all covered, shall we cover some of them now? No, because otherwise the other videos are going to be like not very long. No, I'm going to cover them now. And then all we have to do in said next video is this tub of dies. It literally just wants to be thrown around. I am telling you now. Right, so we have to be careful with the papers. Not that it matters, because like I think that one will go. I mean, we can always make it look cohesive with like the washi tape and a bit of the embossing paper that we used. And then we are just going to, I'm not even going to look. I'm just going to stick it down and cut them out, and then grunge. And then we'll come back on Thursday and decorate. She said, I'm not even going to look, and she looks. It's because I didn't want that writing at the top. So I'm going to put this to the edge so we don't waste paper. And then let's get the file folder. And then on the inside of this one, I think, because we've got the scrapbooking paper or background paper on the outside, we'll just do the inside with coffee dyed paper. Not that we really have to, because I kind of like the colour of the cardstock, to be honest. Can't get it straight. And I don't think I'm going to cover these two, because they're already really nice as they are. And I probably should have done this first before I stuck it down. I think my glue's out of date. Either that, or it just doesn't like being cold. So I've covered them, and out of the 4 pages I took out, I've still got, I didn't touch 2 pages. I wish I had have had the butterfly now though, but I could always cut it out and put it on at a later date. And we've got these scraps. So yeah, we've still got, this is why this, I mean, that Christmas pad that I used for the whole of Christmas, and I used it a lot. I didn't use a whole book. Didn't even use half a book. So here's all our little bits and pieces. So we've got our label, and I've left the lines on the back. We've got just our card. We've got our other little ticket there that I've double backed that. So we'll put that in the front because it's the smallest. And then we've got our file folder. And then we've got our ticket. We've got our side opening envelope. We've got our library pocket. And we've got our journaling card. And I've left the lines on the back for that. So how cool is that? And they all fit in there, lovely. And then it's going to be a lot like, you know, the sock wrapper I did for Christmas when I was using all the old packaging. It's going to be very similar to that. So we're going to add all bits to it, and then all these bits are going to all stand up like so. I am now thinking that when I stood them up like that, I am now thinking that these are a little bit, this one I think is a little bit too tall. I might cut it down like just to the bottom of the falcon. Yeah, because I think it might be a little bit too tall. But when I was tidying up, I did find a little tub. I've just put my bits in that I made last time, and that's these as well. You could use these hanging off the side. So cool. And I've even got, I mean, look at that. That goes perfectly, and that could come off the side of your journaling card like that. Oh, I love those long page tabs. We've got a book. I mean, we could put these in there as well if we wanted to, just to sort of like jazz it up a little bit if we wanted to. Got another one there, that would go really nice. But we've got, I found all my tabs, my my fabric cluster tabs that I did. Look at those. How cool are they? So I think we're going to incorporate these as well. And then we've even got this. I mean, look at that. We could use that. We've got, that could go in there. Oh, that could go in there because that works perfectly. There's another tab. We've got a label there. So we've got all little bits and pieces in here that we can use. So we will be using those on there as well. I mean, look at that. We could put that on there, and that could go in there like that. But I do want them to all have tabs on. So thank everybody for being here. Oh, I absolutely love this box. It turned out amazing. Who'd have thought it started off as just a normal wooden £2 box from the works. So thank you everybody for being here. Don't forget to join me on Thursday, where we'll be carrying on with this, and we'll be decorating with all the fun stuff that we've got. I'm going to be going through all my drawers and getting out all the bits and pieces that I've already made, and really turning this into something really cool. So yeah, don't forget to come back then. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. And I will see you all on Thursday. Happy crafting everybody, and take care. Bye.